Turkey, Iran, Iraq and Pakistan. So that's when they had Iran popping it out. Nah, guy, they ain't in that no more. That's been done away with since 79. Then you got other ones. But the main ones during the Cold War was the Soviet Union and their allies with NATO and their allies. Just individual countries within NATO had other allies. So if a war broke out between two, it would, because NATO has a clause. If one NATO country is attacked, you basically attack all the NATO countries. Well, guess what? The other side have the same clause. So this is the list of active alliances today. You got NATO, because World War I, World War II, those alliances came into play. Now today, these are the alliances. NATO, enlarged from 1999 to include Eastern European states, covers the United States, Canada, parts of Western Europe, Northern Europe, Central Europe, and Eastern Europe and Turkey. Then they got the smaller ones, which like the Franco-German Brigade, something like that. That's the major one in Europe. In Eurasia, the major one is the Collective Security Treaty Organization, formed in 1992 after the collapse of the Soviet Union, and it consists of Russia, Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. That's why it said the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, because Russia still got a pact with a lot of them ex-Soviet Union countries, and it just said it's a security treaty. So if you go to war with Russia, you go into war with Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan, whatever.
Tajikistan.
Yeah. Then you got the big boy one, which is the Shanghai Corporation, which is, it says here, an organization formed in 1996 to counterbalance. What type of counterbalance? A military counterbalance. Because it ain't gonna be no, it is an economic counterbalance, but what really packs the might? What really packs the might is the military, and that consists of China, 1 billion population, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, right? And they be getting a lot of other people be going to that too. So behind, this is the official, because you got unofficial too. Then you got America, they got South Korea and United States, and they got Philippines, which have got a mutual defense treaty, right? And then they got in the Americas, they got one up there too. We're not gonna go through all of them. So the point of the matter is, Russia has a large expanse of the world with them, and their allies. The allies split around. NATO have got a whole heap of their allies that split around too. And where it all surrounds is that Valley of Derision and Syria. Because what you're gonna find out is Syria and Iran, they have a military defense, mutual defense pact that they signed. That if anyone attacks Iran, Syria is going to defend it. And if anyone attacks Syria, Iran's going to defend it. And also Hezbollah is included in that too. But then Russia's got a pact with them. So you see how it brings everyone together, and that's how it spirals into a world war. Unlike Iraq, they attacked Iraq. Iraq never had no allies. So they were just on their own. Same with Libya. No one wanted to stand up. But Syria does have allies that have drawn the line. Now let's read this. That's cool there. Read this. That's how the Lord's going to bring all them people down into the Middle East, man. Yeah, read from the top.
Iranian officials will all act in US stupidly attacks Syria.
They said we'll all act if US stupidly attack Syria. They're taunting America, man. They're daring America to go into Syria, man. Because they know that, you think they would be daring America if they thought it was just them? No, they know, they've already had the conversations and the phone calls and the meetings. Just the other day, a huge amount of the world powers, including Chavez and in China and all that, were down there in Iran for a summit, man. Yeah. And you think they be talking, yo man, you know what's going on, who you with? Now some guys officially might say they're not, but then unofficially, yo, I'm down with you because we got to choose a side. because whoever wins this is gonna have the upper hand in the New World Order. Obviously. If I don't want to be on the wrong side. Someone gonna be like, man, fuck America, man. We might fuck. We better off being with Russia, or we better off being with China. And a lot of them African countries feel like that.
That's why they did away with Iraq and Libya and all of them.
Yeah, because China be moving up into Africa, and America don't like that. A lot of countries are switching.
Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps Deputy for Culture Propaganda quoted by Iranian media saying that if the US were to attack Syria, Tehran would implement 2006 Syrian Mutual Defense Pact.
That's it. Go on.
Sorry, that was Syrian-Iranian Mutual Defense Pact.
That's it. That's how it means. If they go into Syria, it's the same as going into Iran. That's the back door to attack Iran, because it's the same. Go on.
Dubai. Iran will take action if United States were to carry out an act of stupidity.
And not just them, Hezbollah. And they got their missiles trained on them American bases in the Middle East. And they got their missiles trained on them ships in the Middle East. That's why this shit's gonna get out of hand real soon. Because they're already heating things up in Syria to go in the same way they went into Iraq. And it's not gonna be like Iraq though. They went into Iraq, there was no repercussions from nothing. Go on, read on up.
And an Iranian military official was quoted as saying on Saturday, but the comments later disappeared from the state-linked agency website. Iran has steadfastly supported Syrian President Bashar Assad in his bid to suppress an uprising, with both Tehran and Damascus see as a proxy war by Israel and Western states to extend their influence in the Middle East.
Which it is. Now, let me see if there's any more on that I wanted. Alright, I want you to get the next one. Because, hey, it's come out. They've already made the decision to go into Syria. They've already made that decision, man. Did I give that to you?
Oh, yeah, me too. No, I've read.
There's one there that goes into yeah, this is it. Yeah. Is it only one page?
I think so.
Let me have a look at these. Go on. Read it.
NATO secretly authorizes.
That's part of it too. This is it.
NATO secretly authorizes Syrian attack.
You heard that? But NATO have already authorized the Syrian attack. So, we're that close, man. We're that close. We're that close from the scriptures being fulfilled. World War III, the collapse, all that. That's how we know they're close, because they've set up the propaganda with the chemical weapons, and now they're ready to jump in there for humanitarian aid or whatever fuck the reason. And that's because they're gonna go in saying it's humanitarian, and Iran are gonna fuck the shit out of them. They're gonna use that as an excuse to attack Iran. But then Russia ain't gonna stand by, man. Right, go on.
On Monday, August 27th, 2012,
That was this Monday. That just went.
in a meeting in Brussels, NATO military leaders in consultation with telephonic liaison with officers of military forces in several former Soviet republics, major African states, Israel, Saudi Arabia and Persian Gulf states came to a combined decision to act against Syria. Two issues were on the agenda: how climate change in Greenland will affect geopolitics, immigration and military affairs for the EU, Syria and the potential for Russian and Chinese intervention. Iran was not an official agenda item, but it is an unspoken conclusion that if China and or Russia stand aside for interference by NATO in Syria's internal affairs, this will be seen as an authorized for incursion into Iran.
That's right. So they're saying if Russia backed down. Now there's been reports of Russia planning on removing troops, but then Russia turned around and said they're not going to. But you never know. Russia might play possum, man, and let America go in there just to fuck them up. Just to start this war, man, because this war is going to get started, man. This war is going to be started, man. There's nothing that's going to stop this war being started, man.
A systematic balkanization based on a prescribed formula of manufactured and stimulated internal political and social strife. No announcements was made, no plans or timetable published, simply a vote on authorization of force which passed anonymously by members, including non-member states anonymously. News stories throughout North America and Europe earlier in the day were filled with reports of mass killings by Syrian army and the presence of Iranian troops in Syria.
Yeah, that's that propaganda, man. You know? Which of course the Syrian army is killing people because people are trying to fucking kill them, man. You know what I mean? But a lot of it's bullshit anyway, man. That's why we tell you can't believe everything the white man says, man. Go on.
True or not, these stories represent a pre-staging for a NATO conference.
Yeah, we all know the fucking, what's it called? We all know the game, man. We all know the lead up. 'Cause we've seen it before. There ain't no new thing when it comes to the white man. Okay? The same bullshit, man.
The critical reporting issue involves rhetoric. We moved yesterday from discussion of fighting to systematic execution of hundreds of civilians. No videos, no photos were included to verify neither claims.
So basically what that means is they're doing a psyop. They're psychologically preparing the people to accept it. Okay? That's what they're doing. They're psychologically preparing the people to accept it. Go on, read on.
No sources given other than the report from rebel forces. Recent consultations with friends in the Pentagon as to Syria's air defense system indicating that the US has in place a plan to destroy the command and control capability of Syria's system. The problems are twofold.
Go on.
One, Russian.
Because Syria got something Libya never had, man. They got air defense, man. They got S-300 capability, S-400 capability, man. Which ain't no joke, as the Turkish found out.
Courtesy of Russia.
Courtesy of Russia, man. And Iran have got that too. Well, they gave them the technology to build their own. And they got a few there that they got, you know, through some next backdoor things, man. But Russia ain't trying to arm them openly, you know. But that's how it is, man. Russia's playing the game. Skullduggery. Go on.
Russian technicians man the Syrian system.
Russian technicians man the Syrian system. So if they blow them systems up, that's a consequence that Russia could play on. To use. Hold on, you killed Russian citizens, man. That can get their people behind it, everyone behind it. Go on.
The S-300 P2 system Syria uses is extremely robust. An additional political consideration is a simple one. There is no UN authorization. Both Russia and China.
Because it said NATO have authorized it, not the UN. Which NATO weren't set up to fucking go in and attacking no little. Apparently, it was set up to be against the Soviet Union. But all they've done is basically go around blowing up everything else but the Soviet Union. Go on.
Both Russia and China have voted even sanctions against Syria, much less authorized an much less